Kristaps Porzingis has become a rookie sensation, surprising many people about his impressive skill set and becoming a clear-cut candidate for the Rookie of the Year award. But like with all rookie sensations, there are always comparisons. One comparison comes to mind exactly. Kristaps Porzingis has a chance to be the next Dirk. Yep, this rendering of the 20-year-old's first NBA impression, while in some ways relatable and in no way insulting, exists primarily because the Dirk comparisons are a stereotype. Any 7-foot European dude with a jumper that looks awkward and a semblance of offensive sufficiency falls under some variation of the Dirk umbrella. Hello, Andre Bargnani, you bust in a Nets uniform. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dirk, Darko Milicic, out in some foreign country somewhere. Shout out to you. That Kristaps continues to be so frequently linked to Dirk's career arc is flattering, but as much as it succeeds in honing hype, it's also selling him short. Saying Kristaps is way better is unfair. Dirk didn't enjoy this kind of exposure as a 20-year-old rookie. He logged fewer than 1,000 minutes in 47 appearances during the lockout-shortened 98-99 season. Chris is on pace to play in all 82 games and is easily clear to hit the 2,000-minute mark this year. Kristaps' promise down to Dirk's professional path, though, is equally unjust, not because rookie Dirk is an inferior talent, but because Kristaps, despite all the similarities between these two, Kristaps is noticeably different than Dirk. Years were supposed to pass before Kristaps made any sort of meaningful contribution on the defensive end, if he made one at all, that is. All the usual concerns applied to someone with his body type. Is Kristaps strong enough? Is he quick enough? Is he just tall? Is he a spiny prospect aside from all the occasional block shot? Is it faded for a career's worth of defensive miscues? Is his base not that big enough? Is he going to get pushed around by these big guys? All of these were questions that a whole bunch of people were talking about. Stephen A. Smith, for example. Not even the most generous projections depicted Kristaps as a present or future defensive anchor. Like Dirk, he was viewed as just a scorer and not alone. Swiftly and not at all quietly, Kristaps has twisted that perception, that stereotype, into something else entirely. Prior to the start of the season, the only rookies to average at least 17.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks per 36 minutes were Ralph Sampson, Hakeem the Dream, the Admiral David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, Shaq, and Tim Duncan. Along with Towns, Porzingis is in line to join them. Except you wouldn't compare Porzingis or Karl Anthony-Towns to any of the company he keeps. Not one of those players hit more than one three-pointer during their debut rookie season. Kristaps has already drilled and attempted more triples than any of those 6 did in their first year. Big men who shoot threes and protect the rim are the future, not the past or the present. Consider that since 1985, just 2 rookies have totaled 300 points, 200 boards, 40 blocks, and 5 made three-pointers through their first 25 games. The only 2 players to have done that so far since 1985 are Kristaps Porzingis and Karl Anthony-Towns. So more than Kristaps' ceiling compares to another, it's almost entirely his own. Kristaps is his own stereotype, if you could say. And when you have the opportunity to cause a shift in how the game is played, your ceiling knows no limits. So as I was saying, Kristaps Porzingis, his limits, he could be this great future star. Who knows? If he could avoid injuries, if he could take this team from Carmelo in the next, 5-6 years, who knows what the difference could be? Who knows if Porzingis could become a Hall of Famer? The sky's the limit for this kid.